Hey everybody, welcome back again. Scientist Nyne, aka the Say. Hey everybody. Fuck! Hey everybody, Scientist Nyne checking in. Hey everybody, Scientist Nyne the Sage, aka the Jot, checking in, seeing how you were living. How's everybody out there doing today in TV land? So, through my travels, through MK Travels that I do, make sure you subscribe to that. Again, click the like, click the notification bell, click the subscribe. Why? Because you fucking like it. That's why. But anyways, MK Travels. That's mainly Kush Travels, or part of my little vlogging thing that I do, where I just get to show people around as far as what they do, as far as different cultures, different land destinations, vacation activities, tourism. It's just something, and then different cultural aspects, anthropology, just how people live differently in the same landmass, let alone the same earth, and they do things differently. That's why I do MK Travels. But came after MK Travels and actually came from LA, right? LA is a nice little area. Again, it's California, it's not Georgia, it's not the South, it's the West, far West. They live differently out there. And they have their own ways of doing things, hands down. Ooh, that's hot. They have their ways of doing things out there. And it's actually kind of funny that when people go out there, whatever they're going out there for a reason, they have to find a way to make a way. And I think with California being the way it is, or even like New York, as far as them being like, hubs for the East Coast and West Coast, as far as everything major coming in from different sides of the earth, you have to be very creative to find ways to do things. If you're not going there for a particular job or whatnot, right? Or if you're making your own business or however it is. Say you're an entrepreneur or creative, it may be something, even if you are a business. The point I'm trying to make out here with just the California thing and anywhere else I go is, if you're going somewhere as far as that ability, you have to find a way to adapt. And that way to adapt psychologically anywhere you go is just find your niche, find your place, right? And that's what I've seen in California, that if you go out there to try to live, you have to know what the fuck your role is, what the fuck your niche is, and that's just in life. Like in life, you just need to know basically what the fuck is your purpose, or even if it's not your purpose, something that's pushing you towards your damn purpose, right? Something that you can work on, or something that you're really, I can say, passionate about, or you take a very much liking to. How you refining yourself in it. Now me, I'm one to talk. I'm a fucking jack of all trades. I think partly because I'm a Sagittarius, I can take anything and master the shit within like 2 minutes. That's just me. I just get a kick out of that shit. And people say master of all, jack of all trades or master of none. No, that's bullshit. You can master any damn skill you want to damn master. It's all repetition, right? And that's why I just try to practice. But with that being said, find something that works for you. And although as many things as I do, I find some things that work for me a little bit better than everything that I do, right? It's like, if you have a skill set, a creative skill set, right? Now, a creative skill set could be anything you do creative. It could be making food, it could be making drinks, it could be decorations, dancing, whatever is in the creative or liberal arts for our educated folks out there. Now, if I have a skill set, which I do, I have a skill set of mixology, making drinks. I just like to make fucking drinks. It's actually pretty fun. Another conversation for another time. But when I find that I'm making drinks, there are different niches within niches of niches, right? So when I make drinks, I make it more for the taste and more for the experience, versus some people make drinks just to get drunk. Some people make drinks to like artwork. I think I found a little bit in between. I like to taste different robust flavors, but I found my niche in doing that. Now, amongst the several skills that I have, creative, I also do photography. I also do flower arrangements, if that makes sense. So I know that it'll be easier for me to bartend, easier for me to take pictures versus me making, flower arrangements or event planning. Although I can do all, I specialize in these two. Now, do you see how I narrowed that down as far as being niche and concentrated? They're all in entertainment. They're all in event planning. They're all in doing something around that service. But I condensed what I do specifically. And I think that's something that people should practice in your societal life. Now, in your personal life, whatever you want to do, just fucking do it, you know. Find your own damn role, live your life, be happy. But in society, what you're contributing to the community, find what role works for you and just fucking do it, you know. If it's a community service role, whether it be your own business, your own nonprofit, whether it be you work for somebody, you partner with somebody, it doesn't matter. Just find your role, find your place, do it, do good at it. And if you can go and advance, then go and advance in that skill set or go do something else. But the point is, you don't want to remain stagnant, and a way to not remain stagnant is find out what the fuck what your role is, what your niche, what you specialize in, what your demographic, what your audience, you know, whatever you're doing, what's your marketing target, whether it be anything entertainment or even in society, you know, when you work at a place of employment, what is your role, you know? And that's a little bit more sociology based, but that gives us a sense of identity as far as building more character. And that's something that we should fucking start preaching, is build more character in different roles that you're in. And even if it is one role that you do that role to your best. And if you do several roles, then do all fucking several roles to your best. That's just what you do, you know. Don't make the shit complicated. It's just find your place, find what you do best, and fucking do it. I know that sounds a lot easier said than done, but it really is a lot easier said than done. It's just remaining consistent at what you do best and not being scared not to do it. And that does take a lot of biting down on shit, because some people are very good at doing things and some people really want to do certain things, but they know that in their reality at that moment, they may not be able to do it. Well, that's something that everybody has to work out amongst their own life path. What are you able to do and what are you not able to do? But some friendly, I won't even say suggestion, psychological teaching is find your role in society, in your community, in your job place, in your personal life, and just fucking do it. And then when you feel like you have a role, even if you feel like you don't have a role, create a fucking role for yourself. Like, let's say you have nothing to do, and I doubt that's you can find something to do now. Let's just cut the bullshit. Anybody can find something to damn do, whether good, positive, or negative. You can find something to do. Now, let's just say that you don't know what you want to do or have nothing to do. There's several personality tests that one can take. There are different apparatuses that you can go read about that can measure your intellect as far as you'll be better suited at this, IQ test, whatever you want to, you know, scribble, scrabble, you want to feed yourself as far as what you're good at doing. Find out what you're good at doing if you already don't know it. Take an inventory of what you think you may be good at, test it out a little bit, but after you do all that experimental data with that, find out what you're good at and just start refining it and get better at it. Or if it's something that you do want to be good at or something you're passionate about and you're not the best candidate for it at the moment, just fucking keep practicing and keep doing it. You're going to fail. Yes, that's like training your muscles. You're going to fucking fail at one point in time. It's going to hurt. It's going to suck. You're going to do the same shit over and over and over. But as you know, you put that work in and you keep putting that consistency in, your muscles grow, you get leaner, you lose body fat, your heart rate works better. Everything, your body just is perfect. That's the purpose of fucking eating and working out. The same thing goes into your personal self. Just fucking find something you're good at, regardless of what the fuck it is, and do it. If it is something that you're good at that's normally seen as bad, then find the transmuted positive side of what people or society think is bad and just make it fucking positive. You know what I'm saying? Think of it like this. If somebody is, and they have always used this, I've heard this in multiple lectures, and even when I've taught psychology or even when I'm teaching psychology, I always say perspective, right? Now look at the perspective of this. Just the regular old hustling, you know, dope boy person who is, you know, doing whatever. If they are getting into that type of lifestyle, it is the same thing as if you start a business, right? Just opposite sides of the legal fence. You still have to find your supply. You still have to find the demand, which is your marketing, which is your target population. You still had to do inventory, you know. You still have to make sure that you're not peeing. You still got to do customer reviews, you know. You still got to deal with all that extra stuff. And you got to be on the physical side, not getting caught from a legal standpoint. But with all that being said, you're still practicing the same things as if you were doing it legally in a business sense, as far as pushing out inventory that is legal to sell to the patron of any, you know, marketing field or any marketplace. Same thing, two different sides of the coin. Now, if somebody were to be of that, I guarantee you, someone who is a drug dealer that's actually a smart one knows business. That's what they do. They do business. They're entrepreneurs. I know it sounds kind of crazy to say, but that's what they do. They're still entrepreneurs. They're just doing illegal practices. It's finding the way. If you are good at that, then it's finding a way to flip it over. All right. Let's just say that you're good at what's another example that people normally are good at doing? It may sound kind of funny. Let's say you're good at debating, aka arguing with people. You know, you're good at it. You're good at getting down to the point, getting under people's skin, getting them, whatever it may be. And people see that as damn negative. It's only negative if you see it in that standpoint as being negative. Someone who can be very argumentative if they put the energy in the right place are very good lawyers. Now, what I mean by that, or debaters for that matter, or politicians, because you are doing a lot of debating. Anything you do a lot of debating in or argument in, they're very good scholars. So again, while people may want to think that people who are very argumentative are assholes, they can be, but at the same time, they're only practicing their skill set and they are being put in the wrong energy standpoint. If they do it for good or do it for a more positive standpoint, then they will see how things are different. But again, that goes back to finding your specific role or your niche or how you're going to do things with your certain skill set. Plain and simple. That's all it is. So the word of the day is find out what the fuck you're good at or what you like damn doing. Get refined in that motherfucker and just do it once more with feeling over and over. But with that being said, again, make sure you subscribe to Male Kush Podcast, again, with your host, Scientist Nyne, aka the Sage, the Jot. How you're living, we are back at you always. Give me the nice psychological sermons to make yourself a better person and to see through the psychological bullshit that they put in the Matrix. But make sure you click the thumbs up, the bell, and notifications so we will all see you on the other side.